Hello, good morning. You're welcome to Land Advantage once again. This morning we'll be talking. By the way, my name is Isaac Odiba. We'll be talking about retirement as it relates to owning your own piece of property. So, when today just going to streamline it to people that are approaching retirement. So, if you're approaching retirement and you have less than 10 years you have less than 10 years to retire, you should have your own piece of property. If you're still renting and you have less than 10 years or 10 years to retire from either a private practice or working with a company or working with the government or whoever you're working with, and you have less than 10 years to retire, this is the right time for you to buy a piece of property. It's either you buy a piece of land and you start development before you get to the year that you retire. Now, the reason why you need to invest in a piece of property before you retire is rent is one of those things that eat up a lot of people's retirement savings. So paying rent is not sustainable as you approach retirement or as you go into retirement. Now, if you earn, let's say from your retirement savings, you earn 200,000 naira per month, and you live in a house that you pay 600,000 per year, you do the calculation over a period of 12 months, you will be paying maybe 30% of your what is accrued to you monthly to rent. So it is not a sustainable approach towards retirement. And again, you will be financing the life of a landlord. So it means that the tenants are the people that take care of the landlord. I don't want to believe that when you approach retirement at the age of 60 or 55 or above 60, a little bit above 60, you want to still be taking care of the landlord. Another thing that we should also look at is rent will always outgrow your retirement savings. So what do I mean? It means that if you are paying 200,000 naira or 1 million naira as a rent this year, in the next 3 to 4 years, you will not be paying that same amount. But there's no guarantee that your retirement savings will be appreciating and growing at the pace at which rent is growing. So we also have to understand that your retirement savings rent will outgrow it. Another thing you need to look at is this. Rent has also been discovered to be one of those things that eat up the savings of retirees. So for you to prevent yourself from getting into such things, it's high time for you to invest in having your own piece of property. And again, it is not advisable for you to use your retirement savings gratuity to build your own retirement home. What do I mean? A lot of people, when they are retired, they are paid gratuity. They use virtually everything in that gratuity to build a house. So after you have used your gratuity and even some part of your monthly pension to build your house, you don't have anything to live on. You still need cash flow, something that will sustain you. That's what your retirement saving is for, not for you to build a house. So before you approach retirement, that is the right time for you to build a house. So if you are approaching retirement and you have not built a house, you don't have a house, maybe in the place where you work, in the place where you tend to retire to when you are done with working, it's a right time for you to take the leap and take the bold step, because it is very certain that rent will eat up everything that you have saved for. Before I go, let's take one thing again. Rent, like we said earlier on, there are so many disadvantages, while you should not remain a tenant as you approach retirement. So many disadvantages. Of course, even societal, it does not speak well of you in the society that you have worked for, let's say 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, and you don't have a house of your own. So it does not speak well. So it is the right thing to do to invest in owning your own piece of property as you approach retirement, so that you will not leave a burden on your children, your relation, to keep on paying your rent. Because we have seen people that even in their 60s and or going to 70s, their kids or their relations keep paying their rent because they don't have a house of their own. Again, if you fail to build your own house at while you are working, there's a tendency that you'll be forced to leave the place where you are living. I'll give you an instance. If you live in Lagos and you pay 600, 1 million or 2 million as a rent per annum, it will come to a time if you cannot afford it and you cannot get people to help you pay the rent, you'll be forced to either relocate to a rural environment, forced to relocate to the village, which you might not want to. So it is high time, it is pertinent, and it is important you build your house at least or before 5 years. Ensure you have finished everything: roofing, flooring, tiling, whatever is needed to make that house completed and habitable. Nothing less than 5 years to your retirement. It will help you to conserve money that you get from your gratuity if you are entitled to it, if you work in an organization that gives that. And if you are not entitled to such thing, it is pertinent that you even take it up more boldly to ensure that you achieve that target. And again, it's not everybody that is entitled to gratuity, not everybody that is entitled to a pension. So for those who that are not entitled to those two packages towards retirement or after retirement, you have no reason for you not to work hard to buy your own piece of property. Thank you very much. My name is Isaac Udiba, head of Project Hillsong Estate. You can call us. I'll drop our number at the bottom of this video so you can call and make inquiries if you intend to buy a piece of property from us at Hillsong Estate. Thank you very much.